What is up guys, Tejas here from 11 Gauge Recordings and hope you guys are doing well. I have an interesting one for you guys today. Song transitions. So I like to fill up transitions in songs with either an instrument based effect or a synthetic effect. So by synthetic I mean something that we can create using the tools that we have available in our DAWs. So in this song I've used two kinds of effects which I'll be showing you guys, which one is a synthetic effect and one is an instrument based effect. So let's start with the synthetic effect. So this is the beginning of the song. I wanted some kind of transition to the part where the drums come in. It's your choice. You could either leave it the way it is for the drums to kick in with a punch, but I usually like some kind of transition. So in this case the effect that I use is what I call a reverse bass drop. So if you have seen some of my previous videos, I've explained how I go about creating a bass drop. So all I did is one more extra step to that, which is reverse that created bass drop. So let's just have a listen to what I've done here and I'll get into how I created the effect. Here goes. So I bet you guys haven't heard that effect a lot. So let's get into how I created that effect. So what we can do, just for a reference as to where I placed it, I'll just place it on my playlist here. I'll just repeat the process I used to create this and then place it using this effect as a reference. So basically what I did is select a region here, use a signal generator. So for this effect I use a 90 Hz signal, use a minus 10 dB level and render it. The next step is the pitch shift. So I use the Verify plugin, change the effect to slow down, render that. So now basically what you get is a bass drop. So if you listen to that now, that's a 90 Hz bass drop. So I usually create a bass drop with say a 60 or 70 Hz kind of a range. So now what you do is one extra step, which is select this and reverse it back. So now if you listen to that, sounds cool, right? So let's now cut that. You don't need a lot of that effect. Fade that in and that's what you get. So let's see how that sounds in the context of the mix. You can actually move it a bit to the right so that it blends in with the next guitar part. Let's try that again. That sounds good. So now let's move on to the next effect, which is an instrument based effect. In this case it's a guitar based effect. So let's listen to the effect here and I'll create a similar effect. So here goes. This is the effect. The track here, the part here is the effect that I'm talking about. So let's listen to what that's doing. So basically what that is a reverse guitar. Now let's create something similar there. I'll just mute this part for now. Let's create something similar. So what I do first is check out what guitar layer would suit as a tone for that transition. So let's listen to these guitar tones here. It's a clean guitar, so it might be a little harsh to the ear when you reverse it. So let's see what this guitar layer is. I think that would suit better for the effect. So what I usually do is take the initial transient of that guitar part, which is just take that part, copy that, place it onto a new track, place it here. Now what I do first is reverse this copied track. Alright, that's followed by selecting a longer region and then adding a room kind of a reverb to it. Let's add maybe 5 seconds of decay. Cool. Now once that's done, again reverse it back, and I think we should be good to go. Let's see how that sounds in solo. Yep. So now if we place it at the right spot, which is right there, and maybe increase the gain a bit, it should sound right. So let's listen to that in the context of the mix. You can increase it a bit more. You can choose to use that. Let's see, let's repeat the process again. This time I'll do it a bit faster so that you guys can see what I'm doing. The note that I ended up using on the original track is this note. So you can choose which note you want to add as a transition, and which guitar layer you want based on the tone of the guitar. You could also use a clean tone for that transition. So this is just guitar based effects. So this effect is based on some commonly used instrumental based effects, you know, like reverse snares, reverse cymbals, and that kind of stuff. So you can use basically any instrument as a transition effect. So all you need to do is find the right region, apply this concept to that, and it should be something that sounds interesting and really cool to try out. So hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Cheers, have a great day.